welcome back to another episode, Chisme with Doknow, and I got the lovely Kazumi.
Hey.
How you doing, Kazumi?
I'm good. What does chisme mean?
Chisme means like gossip, like talking shit. Just
like a way of life.
it's I think usually chisme could be a way of life. How you doing, Kazumi?
I'm doing good. Life is great.
Life is great?
Yeah, it's hot as fuck right now.
Hot as
It's
fuck.
95 degrees. Like global warming is real.
Global warming is real. I know I've met you a couple times on No Jumper. We've done like we've done
two.
We've done two together. We've done two
You
together.
saw me get annihilated by Sharp. I actually cried, dude. That was kind of crazy.
You didn't cry.
No, I did cry. Well, at home I cried.
Why'd you cry at home?
Not because of Sharp, but because like the comments be like, I thought I was like a well-loved member of the No Jumper multiverse. So I was like, that's how y'all feel? My bad. Like, let me stop talking about trains and shit.
Yeah, that's you want to give them a little of your history, like your background, like where'd you grow up, what city, what's your ethnicity? Because I think a lot of people would probably be confused. Yeah,
I'm Filipino. I'm an LA native. I came here when I was 2, so I was actually born in Kuwait, which is like near Saudi Arabia, which is so random, but right? I know, like what?
Is there a reason you were raised or you were born?
I think my parents were like in the military or some shit. But
you think?
Yeah. Well, my dad was. I think my mom was just vibing out there. I don't know what her business was, but I got here when I was 2, so I would consider myself an LA native. Like,
wow.
Yeah, like Highland Park, like East
LA.
LA.
Shit.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
I would have never thought that.
Where did you think I was from?
I thought you were from
Miami?
I thought you weren't from Southern California.
Yeah, no, I'm like LA
you were raised, did you go to high school out here?
Yeah, I'm not gonna dox myself, but like, yeah, I feel like I've like become like a local. Like I feel like all my high school friends are like, ugh, like you became the train girl. Like I can't.
You think so?
I kind of like, wow, I can't believe that was like my thing.
Oh my god! So you went to like you went to schools like in fucking the Nella is what people would call it.
Yeah,
you know what the Nella is.
I guess I'm kind of like technically the Valley without doxing myself too.
Really?
Yeah, technically.
Okay, that's crazy.
There was lots of Filipinos, lots of Hispanics. That was like the makeup of my high school.
Wow.
Yeah.
No, yeah, because I grew up in historic Filipino town.
Oh, okay.
I grew up like.
What's up, Kababayan?
Yeah. You feel me? I grew up like downtown Los Angeles,
but you'd only been with one Filipina chick?
Yeah, I've only like I wasn't with her, but I fucked the Filipino girl.
You were in there.
I was in there with one girl. It was dope though. It was a vibe.
Yeah.
I fuck with Filipino girls.
Yeah, we're evil. Don't like stay away from us.
Yeah, but I think a lot of Filipino, at least from my area, a lot of Filipino girls don't usually date
Mexican.
They do, but they're usually
That's so interesting because I felt like all the Asian chicks like fought like Hispanic men. I mean, they are the wave, but like they would always have like they're like Hispanic kings and shit.
No, I for sure I for sure talked to one or two, but like it just they always ended up maybe with a Filipino because I also went to school with a lot of Filipino guys.
Yeah, I'm like recently coming back into, like that state of your life where you're like, yeah, I don't fuck with like girls of the same race. For a long time I was like, yeah, I don't fuck Asian men. Like, no way. I'm recently like coming back around, You're
like maneuvering back.
Yeah,
like,
I'm a community girl. I feel like I'm no longer seeing like race as like a part of it's like if you're just cool as fuck, we're fucking.
What's one of like the culture like what's something that you like people are surprised then because you are Filipino but you were raised around a lot of Latinos and Latinas, like is there something that surprised people that that people probably wouldn't think
like just like a fun fact about me?
Yeah.
I would say I mean it's probably not a fun fact, but I'm obviously like not from the streets or like anything cool. Like I I was like a spelling bee nerd. I was in chess club, I was in anime club. I feel like I'm still like a pretty like.
You were on some Asian shit.
Yeah, I wouldn't even say Asian. I was just dorky as fuck. Like I didn't lose my virginity till after high school.
Wow.
I didn't go to Well, I threw one party in high school and it was like Shrek themed because I loved Shrek 2 and shit. I'm not even capping. I have the pictures to prove I was really
Shrek themed.
Yeah, I like fucking love Shrek and shit. Like I loved anime, so I would say like people probably don't think I'm like like honestly like I know like what I come across on No Jumper and shit as like this crazy person, but like honestly at home I'm kind of like chilling, like watching anime.
You're just like hella vibey and shit.
I wouldn't even say vibey. I feel like I'm just kind of like boring, like I'm a homebody. I've never been to a club. I've never been to a bar. I'm allergic to alcohol, so I don't drink and shit. So I feel like I'm kind of like
You've never been to a club?
Well, I've like been probably like with my friends, but I like leave immediately because I don't like loud places. I feel like I sound like a dork. Like I'm like, wow, I don't know how to dance, and I feel like because I have a fat ass, people will tell me to twerk, and like I get so embarrassed.
Because you don't know how to twerk.
No, because then they'll be like, wow, you can't shake some, and I'm like, yeah, I really can't. Like
that's crazy.
I don't fit, so my butt's kind of hard, so I just kind of like. That's why I feel like I'm more comfortable at these like sex parties and train things because I feel like I could be myself. Like because I started going to those when I was 19, like pulling up to like these, you know, train parties and shit. But like it was always no pressure. It was always more comfortable. Like there was no shaming and shit. And I didn't always have to. I didn't have to get lit to party. Like I would just have fun.
You know what's crazy? I have a Filipino homie that's allergic to alcohol.
Dude, it's an Asian thing. I need like Pepto-Bismol and shit. I'll get a rash.
You get a rash.
I'll get a rash. I'll get really hot. I would say technically all Asians are allergic to alcohol, but they just put up with it because whatever. Because obviously they drink sake and shit. Yeah. But like I feel like everyone in high school and college like figured out like their tolerance about alcohol and drugs, and like I just never did. So if I drink like a shot, I'll get fucked up. Like I'll like lose my shit everywhere. No, I'm not shit everywhere, but like, you know.
Have you ever shitted somewhere where you weren't supposed to shit?
Dude, no.
You have.
Dude, but I will tell
me the story, please.
I will tell you a story though, like I'm trying to like run away from slut stories. But this one time in high school, I like did go to one party. It was my after party prom. Yeah. I finally got invited to a party.
So you have the prom party.
Yeah, and like someone spiked the punch, you know, obviously it's a fucking prom. So I don't drink, remember, but someone spiked the punch with like laxatives and shit. So like all the girls were like shit. Cause
that's some like white people shit.
Yeah, or I don't know, it's a hate crime. That's fucking rude. But basically like all the girls like, or I don't know, maybe guys, but because they're wearing dresses, so it's easy to just kind of shit and keep dancing. So everyone just kept shitting at this party, and like the night after or the day after, like you could see like the whole house was like covered in poop. Not me though, stay blessed, because I don't drink. But I remember that moment being like, well, it's a good thing I didn't drink anything.
Wow, somebody laced the punch with
laxatives and shit, or I don't know how you do that, but there was poop. Things that make you poop in the drink, so yeah.
That is outrageous, food. That is the most craziest.
It was funny because that was like the first like cool party I'd ever been invited to.
And everybody just was shitting everywhere?
Yeah, and I was like, wow, that's awkward. Yeah, but when everyone starts shitting, it becomes less awkward, you know. You know what I mean? Like,
I've never thought about like, oh, come go to this party and they might just shit everywhere. Yeah, like that's kind of outrageous, don't you think?
That is absolutely outrageous. But like everyone was shitting, so I guess they were like, well, it's normal. Like we all drank the same punch except me. I left early, like after like the first 2-3 shits. But afterward, I heard that everyone just started pooping.
Wow.
Yeah. Sorry, that's not my tale to tell. I didn't shit.
How was your I know, so it's just a very like high school. You were just normal dorky type thing.
Yeah.
How do you go from that to the world you're in now right away, so, or at least like the big sex parties and stuff like that?
If you know anything about high school, you know the nerds are like the horniest people ever.
Okay, right? So you were hella horny.
Yeah, I was terminally horny always.
But you just didn't have a boyfriend.
I didn't have a boyfriend, or I had like this like boyfriend, but it wasn't like a boyfriend in high school. You know what I mean? I had really strict parents. Like my parents didn't let me go outside till I turned 18. So like high school, like after school ended, and like during the summertime and during the weekends, I would be home. So like when the bell rang, my parents would just pick me up. I'd be out of here. So I like didn't really have a social life, and I was really socially awkward. So I turned to the internet, you know, which is like where I feel like I got really freaky because I wasn't allowed outside. So and I didn't have a phone till I turned 18. So yeah, my parents, and I had a tracking device on me till 20, which I guess is like just shows like my background. Like I'm like super like a fucking dweeb. But like I felt like I would always like be an omegle, like trying to like talk to guys on the internet, because you know like I wanted like male attention, and I feel like that's where I like started. Like I felt like I started being like, what's up guys? Like obviously guys on the internet think I'm cool, like I'm like a girl.
Yeah. And then how was you losing your virginity?
I lost my virginity to this Hispanic guy. Let's go.
Yeah, Latino.
He's in jail now.
He's in jail now? Was he a cholo?
No, but he was pushing, like, you know, like pushing drugs or something. He was a mean boyfriend.
He was a mean boyfriend?
Yeah, he was so mean to me. But I lost my virginity to him, and I kind of was, I cried like the whole time because I thought I was gonna go to hell and shit. I guess I was a real nerd. Like I guess the gangbang thing was like a giant leap because I was doing gangbangs like the year later and he turned me out and shit. But I actually did anal before I lost my virginity because I was like really religious. I know, and I didn't want to like go to hell, so I would always be like, we could fuck in the butt. But as soon as I started getting fucked in the pussy, I was like, I might go to hell now, bro. Like, I don't know if I can handle like an eternity in hell. Like, we should have gotten married and shit. I'm glad. I'm gonna go to hell regardless.
You're Catholic?
I was Protestant.
Okay.
Yeah. But Filipinos, like, we're hella like religious and shit. Yeah. I wouldn't even say I was technically religious. It just kind of seemed like hell didn't seem like the wave. You know?
Yeah. Damn, that's hella crazy.
Yeah. Did you like lose your virginity early? You was getting late?
I lost it young, but I lost it to somebody that wasn't a virgin.
Yeah, you was a playboy.
And I mean, yeah. I used to fuck around a lot, but but like I said, I lost it to somebody.
Yeah.
That wasn't a virgin.
Yeah, I definitely like me losing my virginity to him mattered a lot to me. It definitely didn't matter like shit to him, like whatever, you know. Like I want to like take a guy's virginity one day. Like,
was that like your first love?
Huh? That was my first. Well, I had like a boyfriend from 13 to 17. Because what happened was I held this guy's hand in the 8th grade and my parents saw me like holding his hand like at the mall. So they transferred me to a different school district in a different city, which is so crazy. So for me that felt like a Romeo and Juliet story where like, this is my boyfriend, we're gonna love each other forever. So we just kept dating, but it was like me sending emails, you know, like I would because I didn't have a phone, so I would email him, and I'm pretty sure he doesn't consider me his girlfriend. But I'm like a huge simp on the low. Like I'm like a really big romantic.
Yeah. And then you went from so you lost your virginity at 18, and then you start going to these crazy parties.
Yeah, that was kind of like a trip. I don't know how that happened. My motto is I'll try anything twice. You know, like, who cares? Like if it's safe, if it's consensual, if I feel respected, like that's really what's important. You know what I mean? It's not really about like getting married and like fucking this guy that doesn't even like me or and shit. Mm-hmm. So the first time I went to one, I was scrolling through Tinder, just getting through a breakup, and this guy's like Tinder profile was like an ad to like, you know, like a sex party event. And I kind of was like, I mean, fuck around, let's find out. And he was like, you want to meet in public first? And I was like, no, let's like just go. And it was me, him, and like another girl. It was her first time. And we went to this like little house party, and it was basically exactly like a house party, except there was hella mattresses so you could fuck, and you know, people would watch and shit. There was a jacuzzi, there was a dungeon space. It was lit. And like I just remember, like in a weird way, it felt like really respectful. Like no one was like being like putting a camera in my face.
Yeah, like hella creepy.
Yeah. No one was like, you know, like groping me and shit. Everyone was like, hi, do you want to kiss? Hi, do you want to do this? Like, do you feel good? All the sex was protected. And, you know, when you were naked, no one was like, oh, she's naked. Like, you know, like I didn't think I was hot back then. I don't think I'm hot right now. But like, you know, like I just was like a freaking 19-year-old girl. Like I didn't feel like, you know, fucking bombshell, like sexy ass lady. I just felt like I was fucking and people were happy I was happy and shit.
Wow, right? That's crazy.
Look at me like rationalizing sex.
No, it's crazy because you would think like, you know what I mean? Because like, yeah, people would just probably think otherwise, but you went in there and you were like, oh, this shit is cool.
Yeah, no, it was luckily like a safe space. I mean, I can't like talk for everyone else's experience.
Yeah, because I'm pretty sure people have had it.
Yeah, but I was with a guy who was my age, with a girl who was my age, and we stuck together, and like we would find like other people our age at these parties, and eventually we had a little crew, and I started throwing like sex parties every Friday. But it kind of like it wasn't really about fucking at that point. It was kind of like, you know, we were homies, like yeah, we had sex as like a group, and like we're kind of like a family now. But it was like we were going to each other's birthday parties, going hiking, going to dinner.
That shit. Fucking your sex group kind of got more personal.
Yeah, like it became homies for real. It just happened to be like we're like having sex, but then it was like we weren't even having that much sex. It was like, you know, you could casually fuck my homegirl and there wasn't drama about it. Like no.
How does one throw a sex party?
How does one throw a sex party? I mean, first of all, you gotta curate like a good vibe of cool people. I don't want jealous people. I don't want drama. I don't want any toxic shit. You know, like I don't play with that. Also, like, you know, you saw me like with the sharp thing. I'm not confrontational. Like I don't like to fight. Like I can't fight. I'm gonna start crying. Like like I'm kind of like a dweeb. I want guys who are just like happy to have a good time and they're comfortable with it. You know. So another thing too is like there always got to be more girls than guys, but that's like a party rule no matter what.
Yeah.
Like no matter what, it's always single girls, then couples, and then maybe like a few cool single guys. You know, if you want to have hella guys, it's gonna be a train. You know, and I didn't really do trains until like a year later after that.
And then like no, and then I get that part. But like what do you need at a sex party? Is that like you need 1, 2, 3 beds? You need like do you like buy a box of condoms? They always
call me the grandma because I would have like this little orgy backpack. So it would have the condoms, the lube. First of all, you should have your own condoms.
Yeah, 100%.
You know, but I'm gonna bring it because y'all suck.
Yeah.
You know, like lube. I always say like opening like a box of condoms at these is like opening gum because then everyone's like, yo, can I have one and shit? And I'm like, no, like bring your own fucking condoms. I bring baby wipes. That's important because I don't like stinky people. I shower. You know? Like
I hope so.
Despite what the people say, I shower and shit. You know, like just like general things like that. Obviously, hella furniture. If not furniture, at least like surface areas to fuck, and also snacks, you know, like
and water.
Yeah, water. No one likes a hungry bitch, but no one like wants to have tacos and shit. Yeah. I once went to this fucking sex party in Rosemead, like near Pasadena.
And they had tacos?
Dude, they had a fucking crock pot of jambalaya, and I kind of was like, ugh, like this place kind of stinky as fuck. And it was like, it's all regular ass people, you know, because it's so different than like a sex party or like the way you see where it's like we're all hot stage, know how to fuck. It's like, you know, the Joe Schmo fucking like this random girl who works at IKEA, like, you know, like just them having actual sex and like no one like gives them shit for it, you know, it's chill. But yeah, they had like jambalaya, fried chicken.
And then how does that work? So like, let's say, okay, it's just crazy to think that like I could just walk in and be like, hey, you want to fuck?
So it's the same way, like this is why I don't do clubs or bars because I get a lot of like social anxiety and shit. Like I don't want a guy like groping me or like saying, hey baby, what's up? I don't know how to react with that. But like, let's say like we was talking, right? We was feeling each other. We was making out. In a normal club setting, we would then leave the party to have sex in your house or my house. I personally think that's nuts because I live there, dude. Like my fucking social security and passport. Like I don't want you in my house and I don't want to go to your house. That's crazy. And I also don't want you to be the climax of my night. I don't know if you suck. I don't know if you live 45 minutes away. Like, at a sex party, it's like we could be talking, whatever, we could make out, you know, I could start sucking your dick, then we start fucking, and that's it, you know, like it's like the party resumes. It's not the climax of my night. It's not the biggest deal ever. Like my friends are still there. I go back to my friends. You go back to your friends, and like it's cool. Then obviously we're having protected sex because I'm not trying to die. But that's all. Okay. But that's like the same shit as like if we met at a party and then went to your house. Like, you know, like obviously you'd be wearing a condom, which is why people are always like, are you safe? I'm like, it's as safe as any other hookup you'd meet at a bar.
And then what's this like? Is it looked down upon if you want to have like private sex at a private party?
There's no pressure ever at all. I used to like bring a lot of guys on their first date to sex parties because I just want to know like cut to the chase. Like, are you like about what I'm about? Like, I'm about like not necessarily sex, but I just want someone comfortable. You know, like I don't like it'd be cool if you can fuck my friends if I can fuck your friends, but I just want to know, like, are you cool with nudity? Are you cool with the fact, like, this isn't just a guy I fuck, this is, like, my fucking best friend, you know? And that my best friend's connected to all these other friends. Like, it's a whole lifestyle I'm introducing you to. What was the question? I forgot.
Is it, like, looked down upon? Like,
no. Like, there's no pressure to do anything at all. So I bring a lot of guys on their first time, and a lot of the times, like, you'd think like on your first time you're gonna kill it. You're not. Like, you know, you're gonna be a guy. You've probably never had your dick hard in front of 10 people before. So usually it's just like a way, like I want us to watch and just like talk to my friends and ask questions. So there's no pressure to fuck. Like a lot of girls are like, oh, do I have to fuck? No one's gonna make you. It's a fucking party.
No, I'm saying like, okay, let's say like I meet a girl and then I go like, let's maybe hit the cut.
If you want to like fuck in the bathroom, we'll fuck in the bathroom. Like I like don't like especially with men, like I always want to make sure they're comfortable, because I feel like society like likes to pretend that men are always horny, they always want to fuck all the time, and it's like I'm not gonna pressure like at my party, it's like I'm not gonna fuck house phone in front of people if he doesn't want to fuck me. I'm not gonna make him do that, you know? Like we can fuck in the bathroom, I don't care, like whatever you want to do. Like I'm comfortable fucking wherever, but if you want to fuck in the closet, like we'll fuck in the closet.
I see what you're saying. Yeah, I think I've had like threesomes and shit.
Yeah.
But I don't think yeah, but I don't think I've ever like would like. I mean, who knows? But
I mean, it's a bigger step than you'd think, but also it's like we're already seeing so much ass and pussy on the day-to-day. It's becoming normal, you know?
Yeah, 100%.
It's not like you saw like my homegirl's ass yesterday and was like, she's dirty. Like it's just like
yeah,
pussy.
100%. Nah, that's crazy to think. And how is it being in a relationship while doing all of this, like filming for your personal stuff and then filming for websites and stuff like that?
Like versus, well, so I've never like done pro, if that's what you're asking. Like,
you've never done it?
No, I've only done OnlyFvns. I like having all my intellectual property. Like what I was telling Sharp is, you know, I may not necessarily be doing porn forever, but I will always be making money off of like my videos, you know, like the videos of me getting fucked when I was 19, when I had pink hair, someone's always gonna buy that shit, you know?
Yeah.
And because I own it, I didn't sign my rights away to anyone. I will always create profit. I am thinking about maybe doing like one off Brazzers scene or one Vixen scene, but I don't know. I make a lot of money owning my content right now.
Yeah.
So I don't know how much more I want to branch out. And I want to become more of like a personality outside of like being like a sexual being, which is why I'm not really trying to talk about trains and slut stories as much. Y'all get it, you know, like you know I'm about that shit.
Yeah, like you already do.
There's other things I could talk about, there's just more interesting things about me than trains, you know. Yeah. That's crazy.
That's crazy to think. How does your how your like friends outside of the sex thing?
I would say
like how did, like when you first told your best friend that doesn't do anything you do, how was it, like how did she take it, or how does she support, or how does she?
I don't think I have a lot of friends that aren't like, if you're my friend, like
you're most likely in my world,
not necessarily like also a sex worker, but you're just comfortable with it. Like you're not in an guy, but you get it. Like it's just it's entertainment. Like we are. Like Kazumi isn't a real person. I'm me, and then Kazumi is like a caricature meant for you guys to project like your fantasies upon, and like I'm gonna create profit off of this product, you know, which is a personality.
I see what you're saying. How'd your parents take it when you first told them?
Really good. No, I'm kidding. They don't know.
Oh, you don't know?
They don't know.
They have no idea.
They have no. Well, I tell them I'm a social media marketer. I mean, at the end of the day, like honestly, like even like explaining to your parents what you do, they probably are like, I don't get it. How do you make money off of doing podcasts? And shit?
100%.
Like they wouldn't understand. Like, how are you making money doing that, and you're not getting exploited and shit like that? Like it's like I'm really only doing what I want to do, which is why I tell people like, you know, like at least with. You can rest easy that all the porn I make is ethical and consensual and everything I want to do. Like no one's forcing me, no one's taking my money. This is just me being naturally like a slut. Like that's me doing my thing. If they really like press me on it, I like talk about NFTs till they shut the fuck up. They're like, okay. I'll be like, to the moon, mom.
How did they, like, when all this money started coming in, how did they take, like, were they like, where's this money from?
I like live pretty humbly. I have no drip. I have no swag. I have like kind of like a nice penthouse, but that's kind of it. Like, I don't know how to dress and shit. Like, I mean, I guess I spend money on like looking nice. But,
yeah, you're very like mellowed out.
Yeah, I'm really mellowed out. But also, I feel like as a sex worker, I live in constant paranoia that all this is going to disappear and vanish before my very eyes. So I just save a lot of my money, and I'm like looking to like invest in other opportunities for me. Like I'm doing a real estate thing with Emma, which is exciting.
That's fire.
Yeah. It's just like other ways to diversify my income. Like I really look up to Adam22 and Lena before doing so much of their image. You know, it's like so diverse.
How'd they feel when you got your body done?
How'd my parents feel?
Yeah.
They thought that shit was stupid, but like they always thought that shit, like all the shit I did was stupid. You know what I mean? Like I remember when I was younger, I ran for Miss Philippines for a second, and I remember like my parents were like, "This is the dumbest, like most narcissistic shit ever." And they were right. It totally was. But I was like, can I like have the freedom to like express myself?
Yeah.
I always wanted to like look very like womanly and feminine. I mean, when I show people like old images of like what I used to look like everyone always says like, oh, you were cute. And I mean, I'm always like, yeah, I know. I'm not saying I was ugly before. Like, you know, I kind of was a little chubby, but you know, I was cute and I was slut and I was like happy to be around and be slutty and shit. But personally, I always just like looking feminine. Like I always like looked at like women with big boobs and long hair and like been like, that's like what I want to look like.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Did you ever go to college?
I actually lied about going to Harvard. I don't know if you saw that. I photoshopped like a fake Fox News ad about getting kicked out of Harvard. Sorry, Harvard. I didn't make it. I went to film school.
For how long did you go for?
I went for 3 years. I actually won a film festival with like my old identity. That was really cool. But I went in for screenwriting. Like I like telling stories and shit.
Wow, that's crazy.
Yeah.
In the sex world, the size matter?
Huh? No, it doesn't.
You
know what it is? You know what it is? So I've worked with normal guys. I've also worked with only guys, and I've worked with porn guys, and I would say they're all really different with different like strengths. Like the average guy thinks all you need is a dick and your camera, and we're gonna film back shots in the car, and that's really not it. I could do that with technically any dick ever. Like I would say a lot of guys who are like specifically OnlyFans guys, like they aren't doing pro, usually kind of like don't have like the biggest dicks, but what they do have is like they're really good at building their up, having like really good paying subscribers, and they have like really good cinematography and composition and editing. Like they can make up for it in that aspect. Whereas like the porn guys I've been with, usually their dicks are big, but sometimes like their OnlyFans game isn't the strongest because they're obviously focused on pro shoots, or like their camera quality isn't the best because they don't know how to like capture those angles that like guys do.
I see what you're saying. Yeah, I've always thought like does is there always like a curriculum and shit like that for certain shit?
Yeah, like I mean, but I've also like met guys who didn't have the biggest dicks, but they knew how to like make it work for them, you know? Because the most important thing is, can you get your dick hard, and can you come when we tell you to come? You know, like that's really it. Like I would say technique and everything, you learn that on the way. But I would say a lot of guys like jump into it with like a gangbang or something just to see if their dicks will get hard, and if your dick stays hard, like you're good, you know, like now you can start getting more work.
I see what you're saying now.
Yeah,
because I don't know how it would feel like a director just be like, maybe do it the other way. I'd be like, well, okay.
Yeah, and the cool thing with too, or technically I guess porn, is it's a lot more inclusive than people like to think. Like, you know, if you're into fat chicks or like, you know, little people, you'll find that porn, you know, you'll find, I don't know if it's like celebrating it is like the right word, but you'll find a porn that like makes it look sexy and like, you know, like if you like really old guys that look dirty and are disgusting truck driver, you can find porn like that, you know. So I like that as an girl, you know, I don't really find myself that attractive, but I can rest easy that I can profit off of the people that do, which is, you know, many people. You know. Wow,
that's crazy. Have you ever played like the Asian card in a scene?
I don't play
like maybe like the massage lady or something.
I've been to massage lady. I feel like I have like an obscene amount of massage scenes because I do so many. I feel like I have like 5 massage scenes that are all like
really
so Asian. I would say like I don't play the Asian card. I'm just Asian, so I feel like when I do so, like when I'm a schoolgirl, it's like I'm an Asian schoolgirl because I'm Asian, you know. I think like growing up, I kind of struggled with like my identity for a second because as a promiscuous Asian woman, I didn't want my existence with other men and like to like make other men feel like all Asian women are like that, you know. Like I specifically am a freaky crazy Asian lady that like likes weird sex and shit, but I'm not reflective of all Asian women. You know, the same way like one black guy doesn't represent all the black guys. Like I just happen to be Asian, and I do have Asian experiences, and also like I make porn that turns me on, you know. So I do have a lot of schoolgirl shit. I do have a lot of cosplay shit, but that's because like that's the environment I grew up in. Of course, I would shoot that turns me on.
Yeah,
no one's telling me what to make. I just make massage scenes because that turns me on.
I like massages.
Dude, I once went to this massage place in Mexico and like with my homeboy. And it was called like a sensual awakening massage. And I was like, okay, I've never gotten a massage in Mexico. It was in Cancun, Temptations.
Yeah.
And we opened a door and it was these two Mexican women in like spandex and like heels. And they blindfolded us and they gave us a normal massage for a sec. And then they started spanking our ass. And I was like, interesting. Mexico's different. And then they got a vibrator and then like I'm blindfolded and they started holding the vibrator on my. And then I get my homeboy and they start having him like hold it on my pussy. And I was like, who the fuck is like, you know, like like touching me right now because I'm blindfolded. And then like they push his head down so he eats me out and they push my head down to suck his dick. And the whole time I'm like, what kind of massage is this, you know? And then they like lower his bed table and they like pretty much carry me and put me on his dick so I'm fucking him blindfolded in front of them. And then they took off the blindfold and they were like, have fun. And then they left and then we finished having sex. But that was an interesting massage experience. Yeah. I kind of was like, what if that was like my dad or something?
Yeah,
you know? Like how did you know like I would just do that?
Wow.
Yeah. It was in Temptations Cancun. That's a swingers resort. So like, I mean, yeah.
Wait, swingers go there?
So Temptations Cancun is like a topless resort, but there's like hella swingers that go there. So like, I like going there because it feels very spring break. Like there's a day party, there's like a night party. It's a party the whole time. And like, since most people are swingers, it's easy to go up to a couple and be like, yo, want to do an orgy real quick? And then we go to their room and have like an orgy and shit.
Wow. Mm-hmm. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, the craziest thing I probably done was like a threesome, and that's just fun.
Yeah, I mean, you're like young. Like, I mean, you're gonna explore things. You're gonna be an Adam 22 fucking a million women if you're a bitch.
Yeah, hopefully the bitch I end up dating, me and her could just go crazy.
Yeah, I mean, it's like the most comforting thing ever. Like, a lot of people ask me, like, how are you like able to like just let like the guys you date do shit? And I'm like, I mean, if I have a boyfriend, haha, and like a girl sucks his dick better, I mean, I'm happy for you, bro. Like I would like a girl to suck your dick better than me, but also you're not just dating me because I suck dick good, you know, like you're dating me for so many other reasons besides sex. So,
yeah.
You know, like there's so many other reasons to have a relationship besides having sex with someone, like the connection and like the friendship and the experience of having a shared life partner. So yeah, I don't care if someone's better at me than anything.
Wow.
Yeah.
Most guys would have loved to date a Kazumi. Like, yeah.
You know what? A lot of people like to say like, oh, I'd love to date you. You wouldn't, because I love dick. You know, like I love going out, getting laid. The one thing. But I like to like come home to like stability, you know. Like,
yeah.
I'm not like a crazy party girl. I've never been that. I like to have a lot of weird sex, and I like to go home at like 10 p.m.
How many times a week you think you say you'll have sex?
I mean, like I do a lot. I work a lot, so.
Okay, other than work.
I would say if we take away work, I probably have sex like maybe like once or twice a month. I don't have that much sex. I'm an adventurous person. I mean, first of all, I work a lot. So I would say like if I'm working, I'm probably having sex, and I'm counting women here because I like eat them and shit. Probably like 2-3 times a week I'm actually meeting someone and shooting content. But I don't have a lot of sex. I'm busy. Like I'm not that horny either. Like also, like the gangbang stories I'm talking about was when I was 19 and I'm 25 now. Like I've done so much. I've lived through it all. Like I like new experiences. I'll try anything twice, but I've tried everything like 1,000 times. Like,
wow.
Like I like meaningful experiences with people. Like I like to have sex on purpose and like take my time with it. So like when I do have sex, I'm not really a quickie girl. Like I'm like, let's like actually like get
like passionate.
Yeah, like let's fuck for real.
Wow.
But I felt like you were like, what? You want me to... No, I don't have that much sex, but it's because I'm busy. Like,
yeah, you're
Kazumi, like the world of an girl that makes a lot of money at my level is like probably like 10% actually filming scenes and like 90% like customer service, like actually being behind a computer and building relationships and shit.
Wow, that's crazy to think that that it's just two different worlds, even though it's the same thing.
And I love to have sex. I just like, you know, not all the time. Like, I just like, especially like when I like a guy, I feel like, you know, we get the freaky shit out the way. Like, I always tell people, like, when I go on a date, sex first. Like, let's have sex first, and then afterwards, let's go get dinner. Afterwards, let's go get a movie, because then I actually like you, you know? Like, if we like have dinner first, we're gonna like have all this sexual tension thinking about like what it's like to fuck me, and then I don't want you to say something you wouldn't say. Like, I want you to just be yourself. If we fucked already, like, truthfully, like, do you actually care how I feel? Like, you're just gonna be yourself.
I see what you're saying, but it could also be like, well, we don't always gotta fuck, right?
Yeah, no, we don't always have to fuck, but I would say, like, in my perfect world, it's like we have sex first, and then that way now we can actually just get to know each other, because I don't want to feel like you're like acting a type of way so I could sleep with you. If we're going on a date, I want to sleep with you. That's like, you don't have to do all that.
I see what you're saying. What's one of the craziest things you've ever dealt with in your world? In
my world, I would say, I'm trying to think of something that I haven't already told Adam. Like I've done like my dom stuff. Like I've done like, You
like stepped on nuts before?
Yeah, I've put shit in people's nut and like holes and shit. I'm not really like a dominant person though. I had this guy and he wanted me to bully him so bad, and like he'd be like, tell me I got a little dick, and you know, I'd be like, yeah, it's perfect for anal, I guess, and he'd be like, no, tell me like it sucks, like it's useless and shit, and I'd like and he would like want me to talk about all the guys I fucked before him and how their dicks were way bigger and shit, and like then I would like kick him in the ass and kick him in the dick and stuff, but it ended because he wanted me to bite his dick off, and I kind of was like, I don't want to kill you, dude. I think you would literally die. I would put stuff in his dick hole, like my pinky and like stuff like that, but like, you know, you're like, no, I don't know.
He wanted you to bite his dick off?
Yeah, you want me to bite his dick off, and I was like, honestly, like you're gonna need to sign an insurance policy over that, bro. And I'm not even turned on really. Like I'm kind of just doing it for you. Like I don't really like.
That is fucking outrageous.
Yeah. But besides that, like in the real dating world, like I like my guys like hella regular. Like I don't know, like I'm a low key person, so I don't really like clout guys or like anything.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah.
Well, Kazumi, just your story's hella crazy. I think there is a lot more to you, which is dope as fuck. Mm-hmm. I know we did the sharp shit and it was hella hectic.
Oh my god, what were your thoughts on that as a man watching?
I don't know.
I kind of was like, I mean, I wouldn't let my kid watch No Jumper in general. What business does she have?
It was just all over, but
yeah.
People understand that it's entertainment.
Yeah, I mean, I can't be mad at Sharp because he's great at what he does, and at the end of the day, we both make money from making men feel good. You know, that's what we're doing. Like, our target audience is both men, and we both make them feel like the guy. You know, whether it's
I just think it's very people don't see a lot of behind the scenes of shit.
Yeah, I mean, it's easy to like not see us as multifaceted people.
Yeah.
But sometimes it's like, I get caught in this loop of talking about gangbangs all the time, and like, because that's a shit that goes viral, unfortunately, is like, you know, like that part of me, even though I'm like, I mean, does anyone really want to hear about my chess club experience? Like, I could nerd out about anime and talk about that.
Yeah. How do you feel about the word canasty?
Canasty, it's kind of sexy.
Canasty?
It's kind of sexy. I like it. People have been calling me that all the time, and I've been like, cool, I'll take it.
Nah, yeah, a lot of my friends been like, man, earlier today at the gym, some guy was like, hey man, I see the thing with Sharp and Canasty.
Yeah, I was like, that's fine. I mean, Sharp's cool, like, outside of the podcast and shit.
Would you date a Sharp?
No, what the fuck? Sharp actually reminds me of my first boyfriend, like, the Hispanic one that's in jail right now. Like, you know, like super machismo, obviously, you know, we come from totally different walks of life, and I just can't relate to that like survivalist mentality, you know, like I see what you're saying. Like I'm not from the streets. I don't have any game like that. Like like I like a guy who like will, you know, go home, watch 60 Days In with me, and you know, like have sex with me once a week. Like that's fine. I don't really need to fight or anything. My first boyfriend and I fought so much, and he was so mean, and it's just like I don't want to feel like that on purpose, you know.
Nah, I feel it. Yeah, it could be a lot of it could be very interpreted. I was trying to explain to people, not explain, but like I was like, bro, Kazumi knows what she's doing. Like,
Yeah.
you guys don't think she's like this stupid girl. Like,
Yeah.
like Kazumi's also an entertainer, whether it's in the sex world or it's on No Jumper.
Yeah,
like,
I mean, it's what the people want to see, right?
Exactly.
Like, honestly, they're all stroking their dicks to Sharp screaming at me. Like, whatever it is, they're like jacking off.
you think people are jacking off to you and Sharp screaming at each other?
It's like metaphorical, but it makes them feel good. You know?
Metaphorically, yes.
Yeah, like, you know, like I've like
because I got this like
it was so satisfying to see that. Like, I mean, analyze yourself, bro. Like, why does that make you feel good?
like to me it was just funny.
Yeah, I mean, I can laugh about it,
but
it was my first time like actually getting like hella death threats and shit, and I was like, you think I really don't shower?
Like, I was getting hella DMs like, man, the fact that you wouldn't let your kids watch Kazumi, I was like, bro, nobody exactly said that. Like,
yeah,
the question was super misleading with everybody.
Yeah, I mean, like it's all for fun in games. I do sometimes feel guilt that maybe we're reinforcing some negative, like.
Oh no, I just think
it's like
Sharp is sharp, and like Sharp is gonna be Sharp, and you're gonna be you.
Yeah,
and Emma's gonna be Emma, and I'm gonna be me. I thought the shit was funny.
That was kind of funny. It was kind of funny.
It was funny because
I didn't laugh about myself, you know. I'm like, LOL. Like, I definitely like walked out of it and was like, that's not my best work. I was like, can we get a redo? Because I
thought it was very entertaining. Sharp's my guy, very entertaining, but he is.
Yeah.
Sharp is a lot though, but people understand that he's a really good person too.
Yeah, before I was a marketing executive and I did a lot of direct marketing. This sounds so rude, but like they would send me to a lot of welfare offices, like the DPSS, like, you know, like El Monte, like the Olympic. Have you been to those? Like all those like places?
No,
but have you been to like the projects like Mar Vista Gardens, like Jordan Downs and shit?
Yeah, for sure.
And
the
like
project.
Skid Row and shit. So yeah, I would go door to door and like work a lot. I did that for 3 years. So I'm kind of used to crazy people, you know?
Yeah. You think Sharp reminds you of the DFS office?
No, like when it was like, you know, like guys of like, you know, from the hood or whatever that like, you know, were pimps or just got out of jail or like, and they're angry and like, you know, it's like they're good people. It's just I don't.
Yeah, I just think Sharp comes from a different cloth.
Yeah, like I'm from like a totally different world than that, where those laws and that code just doesn't make sense. Like there's no such thing really as simps or incels. Like it's just people being people, and you should.
See what you're saying.
You should be nice to your girlfriend. You know?
I get where you come from, but I also get where he comes from.
No, I totally get where he's from because I was in that shit for 3 years, and it's like talking to those people, it's like that's your world. You know?
Two different worlds.
Yeah, and unless you leave that world and enter like a different space, like, you know, you're gonna do what you can to survive.
I'm over here getting cramps and shit. I had a good long gym.
Yeah, you've been gymming?
No, well, today I did leg day, so I'm over here like stretching them out.
I finally got a great personal trainer.
Fire.
Yeah, I kind of like have a hard time sometimes like asking for help because like my last personal trainer like was like, you're so hot, like want to see my like because you're K nasty and shit, or like, he didn't say K nasty. I'd be like, bro, I'm just trying to like do my thing.
Like, can you work me out?
Yeah, I like want to get sexy for real. Like we could fuck after I like, you know, like gain some inches and shit. But sometimes it's like I want to like ask someone to like help out. Like
so now you have a trainer that's very
he's so cool.
Professional.
Yeah, can I shout him out?
Yeah, you can shout him out.
I love you, Favor. He also has a great like fashion line. He's cool. And
he's
not creepy.
Yeah, shout out Favor for not being creepy.
Yay, and having a great fashion line. Yay.
Well, Kazumi, I appreciate you for coming.
Yay.
Thank you so much. I know you're busy. I know I changed the schedule on you like once or twice.
We're like 7 times.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's okay. I can't
appreciate you coming through. You want to tell them something interesting? So where they can follow you? I know you have a couple Instagram and Twitter.
So my current Instagram is Kazumi's World. Same for my and Fansly, the same name. My page, I've kept it accessible for everyone. It's $3 and you get so much shit with it. Like
$3, okay.
It's like fucking less than a McChicken, dude. And I don't know.
Invest in Kazumi's OF.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Fire. Okay, you guys. Kazumi, Canasty.
I'll give them a little something because I'm wearing like this thing. My friend Nicole, she like put like a scene of me on accident or whatever, not on accident, but she didn't ask, and I kind of was like, bro, what? But it kind of turned out to be like great exposure for me because I feel like with all girls, it's always a toss up. Like, are they really gonna be fucking? Like, do they really get down? And now on you can see for like less than 5 minutes, like me actually getting.
Wow!
Here, you get a freebie, guys. You're welcome.
You guys get a freebie.
Yeah, if you're curious if I actually fuck.
Everything. I mean, most of the things we talked about there might be a lot of bleeps in it.
Yeah.
But you guys, you know where to go to find Kazumi for the free, and then you could go to the OF and cop it for $3.
Yeah, it's fucking $3.
$3.
Like, who cares?
I don't know. Is there like a fan fact we should know? A fun fact?
A fun fact you should know. I can write backwards. I can make a really good goat noise.
They're like a Pokemon.
Yeah, no, like that's why my original Instagram used to be the goat girl, because like I would go to parties and I would and they'd be like, oh my god, do the noise, like you're the goat girl.
The people would just be like, hey, do the goat noise.
Do the noise. Because my original name was the goat girl, and then like this girl was like, do you f goats? And I was like, absolutely not. So then I was Kazumi Big Booty, and then people were like, but your booty's not that big. So now I'm Kazumi Squirts, and then took out the squirts because it was inappropriate. So now I'm just Kazumi, like Beyonce, like just one name.
Kazumi. Okay, well, can you do the goat noise one more time and then we're out of here? Guys, make sure you follow Kazumi. Make sure you subscribe. Make sure you subscribe to the YouTube. Chisme with Doknow. Like, comment, subscribe, and let's go.
Yeah.